Good morning, guys. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what I'm looking for on all three tickers this morning. You're going to see some lines that don't usually show on the daily reviews just because I want them super clean, but these are more for my reference, so I'm more locked in when we get some sells. So the first thing I'll be looking for is the selling a little bit pullback. The last setup we had here was the reclaim of 47.45, which happened 5 times alone yesterday. Could have went long, and you should have stayed long, and that would have caught the rest of this move. I do think we have some type of flag forming here. I'm not sure if this is the one, but we just actually hit this little resistance and started pulling back. So the first few quality setups that I'm looking for, minus maybe a quick trap below this 47.45, which honestly could end up being the move, seeing as how it's 20 points below. The next setup after that will be the failed breakdown of the Tuesday overnight low. So that will be right here. What that could entail is maybe coming down and almost tagging this level, and then going back above and reclaiming this level with some acceptance. Ideally, if not acceptance, then we'd probably want to just go long about 3 to 5 points above, depending on the shallowness of the failed breakdown. And since we have a clear low here already, if we don't undercut this, it won't be that deep of a failed breakdown, so 3 or 4 points should suffice. So that would mean the trigger for this entry would be about 47.30. So I would say something like, just so you can visibly see it and it starts to look more real, would be something about like that. So I'm looking for price to undercut, and at that point, if we sold down, it would be nearly 40 points sell, and that would definitely mean we should get some type of level to level move bounce above before continuing to sell down for all I care. Afterwards, which we have another low here, the Wednesday low from last week. Now this gets a little complicated because we have a clear low right above it too. If we can go pretty deep into this, maybe tag this support of this bull flag I'm looking at before recovering this low, then I'd be more willing to go long around 47.21 or so, and that would mean something like this. From there to the low above is about 6 points, which is more than enough to take a nice trade. So if you can get good entry on this failed breakdown, you should be able to take some profit off right here, and then wait for maybe price to reject, set another low, set up a new failed breakdown, or continue above, and you should already have a position open. So those are the two setups I'm looking for right below. The first setup ideally is this dip and recovery here, but that's not what I want. I want more pullback so we can get a stronger push up, but we'll take what we get. Besides those two entries, if we continue to sell, the dip and recovery or direct long at this level should definitely be something of importance. From where we are right now, it would be nearly 60-70 points down, so that's significant. If we don't get it today, we might get it later this week as this bull flag matures, if it is maturing. If we don't get as low as here, and we just simply tag this area and go back above, then the failed breakdown will be more valid. If you do miss the direct long or the dip and recovery of this area, don't be worried. You could still get the failed breakdown and recovery of this zone later on after some acceptance. So that's Dow Jones futures real quick. Looking at ES futures real quick, bear with me right now. Try to simplify the process as much as possible for myself every day. We just had a very complicated recovery of 52. You can see we've been trying to accept it all morning since Tuesday. It looks like we finally did accept it. I'm gonna pass on this entry though, because I prefer pullback as usual, and if it goes without me, it goes without me. There'll be a pullback at some point. I do see some possible setups though. I see a shelf of lows here that we have overnight, so maybe we can tag this level before recovering them and getting above 52 for a proper reclaim. I'm gonna actually put a alarm for this. I should have one right here, 52. reclaim level, just so I know the importance of it. Below that, we have another shelf of lows right here from yesterday afternoon and evening. So if we can possibly undercut those and recover 43, that also provides a possible entry. And 43 was the reclamation level yesterday as well. That was important. Below that, we have this level and zone of super importance yesterday and the past week. It'll be 30 points at least from the high right now, which means that it could definitely provide a decent level to level move if you're patient. And one more level below that, we have an A plus setup potentially. We have the low from Tuesday, whether it's the daily low or the overnight low, one or the other could get cut. If we undercut both, I'd probably want to see both recover, and that could be a really good setup, assuming that we would have just sold down nearly 40 plus points into it, setting us up nice for the rest of the day. Let me see, Euro USD, I don't really have much to set up right now. We had this quick little fail breakdown. I'm happy I went long on. In the past, I was a little flummoxed by multiple fail breakdowns like this, not sure when to enter. But in this case, the way I looked at it is we had a clear established low here. We undercut it and rapidly went right back up. I waited for it to clear 4 points. It did and it held. I went long and the rest is history. Now when you have two lows like this, another option you have is you can wait for the second low to clear too. In that case, this major level would have been your entry about, and that would have worked out pretty well too. So you had two possible entries, 4 points above this low. And if you want to wait for more acceptance, 4 points above this low, align with this major level, and you would have been long from 1600 all the way to 1670, 70 points in a matter of less than 24 hours. A great trade. Moving forward for Euro USD, what do I see first? The best setup I'm seeing right now, the first setup would be a dip and recovery of this bull bear line that I have drawn out. It's this zone right here. We hit it, sold back. We hit it again here. This was our acceptance, came back, one more acceptance, and then we pushed through here at 5 o'clock in the morning. The second setup below that would be a failed breakdown or liquidity sweep of this low, and it'll be A plus at this point because you'd be selling about 35 points into it. Maybe we can dip a little bit below both of them and hit one of these minor levels before reclaiming. That gives us a 3 ticker setups for today. I'm going to report back on this. I'm very sure that they're very accurate, and unless we get some crazy selling, it should be a good day. Although, ideally we want selling, but when it's a lot of selling, we have to be much more mindful. Don't expect that though. Expecting low volatility December day. Let's see what we get.